Okay, I'm doing that. So, hi everyone, welcome to this discussion on the IRMA Alumni Association Group Health Insurance Scheme. This meeting is regarding just discussing the salient features of the scheme as well as discussing on any queries that you may have and clarifying any questions. So, what I will do is that I will share with you the salient features uh, of the scheme with you all, and then maybe one by one, whatever queries you have, we will clarify them. Okay. So now, first of all, we are very excited and happy to announce the launch of the renewal of the group health insurance scheme exclusively for IRMA alumni, and all the terms of this scheme, the renewal scheme, are the same as in the previous year's policy, which all the details are already uploaded on the website, on the IRMA Alumni Association website. Okay. Now we also need to note that we have committed a 1650 member participation in this scheme this time. So some of the points which you already know, I will mention them one by one here. The premium of this year is higher by 20% due to multiple reasons. One of them is the 105% claim, and several claims are still pending settlement. So we've claimed more than what we have paid to the insurance company. That is one reason. The other is definitely uh, the rising cost of health services in the country. And then there are a couple others which are more tactical. We will discuss them as we move along. Uh, the next point is that the sum insured is rupees 5 lakhs, and it is as a floater cover, and it can be purchased for self, spouse, two dependent children up to the age of 25 years, two dependent parents of self. So it is only for the parents of the person who is the owner of the policy or the proposer. So when you are renewing or you are filling the form, there would be proposer's name and all that. Proposer is you. If you are buying the policy, you are the proposer. So your parents can be covered in this policy. In-laws currently are not covered. We are still discussing this. In case anything comes up, we will update you on that. We have also taken at least we have received 5 other quotations apart from the United India quotation of insurance that we are using now, and the we had approached at least about 10 plus organizations and insurance companies to quote for our policy, and the United India policy is the cheapest, not only the cheapest, but it is at least 20% cheaper than the second lowest in the sequence of high to low. Okay. So one very important point here that I would like to mention is that the IRMA Alumni Association is a facilitator of this scheme. And in case of any dispute between the insured person and the insurance company, the association will neither be legally responsible nor liable to pay any damages or claims. We will support you in any kind of issues or discussions that are required to be taken up and follow ups that need to be done for support. Definitely we are there to help you. Now, coming to the premium. So the premium for 23-24 is given as under, and you can see that last year whatever amount we have paid, this year the amount has gone up a little bit, which is about 20%. But the advantage is that all the features of the scheme remain the same. That's one. The other is that we have got one particular category added, which was not there last year, because if you had to take uh, only for your parents, so if you want to take for your parents, you would have had to go for this particular option where you have to take self, spouse, children, and parents. you cannot take self plus parents in the last year policy. But this time, this particular category has been introduced, and the premium is almost very close to what you would have wanted it to be versus what it was last year, which was 19,000. So very, very similar to what it was last year, rather than being an increment of 20% on that one. Okay. And we will discuss any queries on this henceforward. Just let me complete the features and we will complete this. Okay. Now, some important features of the policy. So, what does a family mean? The family definition. So, there is a self, which is, in a group health insurance scheme, self means either the employee or the member of that particular entity, and legal spouse, children, and parents. These are the people who are a part of your family. And self alone option can be opted only by the unmarried. A newborn child or newly wedded spouse can be added within 30 calendar days of birth or marriage, respectively. Then the already existing dependents, that is, spouse, child, parents, cannot be added in the subsequent renewals if not added in the first year policy. But especially for this year, we have managed to get this done, and you will be able to add your parents or your spouse or any whosoever you missed last time. You can get them added this year. The next point is that for dependents, the exit is death. This means that once you have taken a member for the policy, for example, I've taken my parents, let's say my parents are 60 years old today, and I keep renewing the policy year after year. It's not that after 80 years they will not get the insurance cover. The insurance cover only gets over with their death. So, which means that until they are alive, the insurance cover will continue. Then next point is no mid-term inclusion except for newborn child or newly wedded spouse, as already mentioned earlier. Okay, so in between the year you cannot add people unless you are able to have a new child, or you're marrying newly wedded spouse then. The next is that the sum insured is rupees 5 lakhs, which is on floater basis. So which means that if one person has taken the policy for self, you can claim up to rupees 5 lakhs. And if you have, let's say, six people in the policy, which means you, your spouse, two children, two parents, a total of 5 lakhs can be claimed. And there is no restriction on who claims how much. One person can take more, one person can take less, and the remaining can be available for the others who are taking the policy. Now the age band. So the age band is 20 to 80 years. This means that members who are between this age group can uh, take this policy. Okay. So which means members of the alumni association between 20 to 80 years. If there is a member who is more than 80 years, they will not be given the policy. That's about it. And somebody who's less than 20 years also. First 2 year exclusion clause, which means that there is a if there is a certain disease, sometimes they say that you have to wait for 2 years. Uh, uh, 2 years after you take the policy, 2 years you cannot claim for a certain disease. That is waived here. Okay, which means that if let's say tomorrow I fall ill, I take the policy today, and tomorrow I am detected with certain kind of a disease in which normally the exclusion clause is valid in other policies. Here it is waived. So there is no waiting period. First 30 days exclusion clause is also waived. So you don't have to wait for 30 days also. Like I said, if today I fall sick, I've taken the policy today and I fall sick today itself, I can use the policy today itself. Any pre-existing disease is waived for all. So if you have a pre-existing disease, it does not mean that you cannot claim. You can still claim. Maternity benefits are not covered in this policy. Newborn baby coverage is from day one. It is covered. There is no copay in this policy. Room rent. There have been a lot of questions on room rent and type of room and all that. So, room, boarding, and nursing expenses per day limit is 2% of sum insured or 10,000, or the actual expenses incurred, which means that 2% of my sum insured, which is 5 lakh rupees, or 10,000, or actual expenses incurred, whichever is less. ICU is separate. So ICU, ICCU, HDU per day limit is 4% of sum insured, or 20,000 rupees, or actual expenses incurred, whichever is less. Proportionate clause is applicable here. Next is pre and post hospitalization coverage. So pre and post hospitalization is for 30 and 60 days and limited to 10% of the sum insured, which is 5 lakhs. Okay. Next is congenital internal is covered for all. Limits on diseases. There is no capping for most of the common diseases or procedures. There would be some restrictions on modern treatment. So there is a list of certain modern treatments, and there are certain restrictions on the amount that you can claim for a certain treatment, because modern treatments sometimes get too expensive. And there is a okay, cataract is also covered, and cataract amount is limited to 30,000 per eye. Okay. Then the daycare procedures. Daycare procedures are covered as per the list of daycare procedures. And claims intimation has to happen within 24 hours. Reimbursement claims reporting or submitting period is within 15 days from the date of discharge. So if for example, you have gone to a hospital which does not have the cashless facility, then you can submit all the documents within 15 days from the date of discharge. You have to submit all the documents for claiming. Addition or deletion. Insured will be allowed a window period of 30 days from the policy inception date to review the employee list covered under the policy. All addition, deletion, correction of the persons to be done subject to additional premium if there is a change in the group size. Additions from the date of joining of the new employee by charging pro rata premium from the date of joining till the expiry of the policy, subject to maintenance of balance under cash deposit maintained by the insured. So this basically actually, kind of really doesn't is not required for us, because anyways the new batch that has graduated, they have already graduated, so they can be taken in. Donor expenses. Donor expenses cover is as per the actual expenses incurred. So this is for basically organ donation and all. Domiciliary hospitalization cover is as per the actual expenses incurred. Ambulance charges is 2,000 or actual expenses incurred, whichever is less. Hospitalization or injury arising out of terrorism is covered for all. TPA in-house or external to be included as per the client choice. Okay, so these are the salient features of the policy. Now I would also like to tell you a little bit about the Alive Health platform. So Alive Health platform is basically it's a intermediary which we are using for making payments to the insurance company. So definitely you would like to know why do we need an intermediary? See, for a group health policy, when an organization takes a group health policy, they pay as to the insurance company as a chunk for all the employees or all the members of the organization. Now in our case, we are not in a position to pay the entire funds from IRMA Alumni Association. We need somebody who can manage these funds and collate the data about the individual policy and proposer, and into a pool of account or data, everything, to be managed. So we definitely need the services of a certain uh, intermediary which will collect all the funds that are collected, that we are giving to them, and then manage all the information as to who has how many number of dependents, and what is the kind of sum insured, as in how many people are there, and the details and everything. And then they are using the services of Razor Pay. What happens is on a certain specified date and time, the payment is triggered automatically from their account to the insurance company, and the payment goes through. Now, all this and apart from this, full year services in terms of support or follow up with the TPA or any issues that arise, raising any kind of concerns, all that will be supported by Alive. They have been supporting us throughout the year for all, just at a cost of rupees 100 plus GST. And they have been helping us out for the entire year on these services. So, with this, I will take a pause here and I will come to you for any queries that you may have, any questions, and we can take them one by one. Okay. So, what I'll do is by the time uh, y'all are able to maybe put your questions across, I will take some questions uh, from the written questions. Okay. So, Sumit is asking whether daycare is covered for single day operations. Um, Hitesh, Mohan, are you all with me? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, you are
Yes,
audible.
I do, Ritu. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one day, yeah, it's eligible.
So, what I think Sumit is probably trying to ask is that there are certain daycare procedures which are covered in this policy, and there is a list of such procedures. I think it's given in the document, the detailed insurance document. Mohan, would you like to give us some more inputs on this? Okay, Hitesh, is there anything you want to add to the what we've already said?
Yeah, after some time, I'm just reached home. Let me.
Okay, all right, okay, sure. All right. So I'll take the next question meanwhile. Dental is covered or not? Sumit, dental is not covered in this policy, and also maternity is not covered.
Uh,
When will we? Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
no, I was just asked. You please continue. I'm sorry.
Okay. The next question, when will we get top up on this policy? So there are two ways to get a top up on this policy. One is to wait for the IRMA Alumni Association to take the policy, kind of, like we have floated this policy, we are working on the top up also, and we will try to bring it to you as soon as possible. But if you really want to do it faster than how it happens, then you can actually approach insurance companies on your own as well and get a top up policy on the existing one. Okay. Okay. Sumit, did I answer? All right. Okay. Uh, the next question is, if a parent is retired pensioner, will they be covered? So basically, see, the policy is for dependent parents. It is up to you how you want to do this. You can take a call on this one.
Richie, I have a question. This was raised by me. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
the reason I asked is because in the policy it says dependent parents. So I don't know
Correct.
what is the definition of dependent. So I'm already a policy holder, by the way, from last 1 year.
Right,
So I wanted to clarify and get some clarification here.
right. So, see, dependent. means that they are not dependent on you financially. Okay. Basically, dependent means that you are taking care of them financially. So, let's say, for example, uh, my parents are pensioners and they are getting pension. They may still be dependent on me, no? Their expenses may not be covered. That's what I
So
think.
it's subjective, right? It's
It's
subjective.
pretty subjective. That's what I want to say. That it is
Okay.
subjective. It is up to you to take a call on that one.
Thank you.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
Richi,
Yes.
should we do one thing? Whoever wants to ask question, if they raise hands and they can switch on the video and ask, it will be much better for you, na, rather than reading the chats. Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine.
With
I
that?
can do that. But they've already written quite a lot of questions. So whatever you say. Because otherwise, what छूट जाएंगे questions now? How will we track? That's what I'm thinking. Okay, you guys want to ask your questions verbally? You can do that also. You can raise your hands and ask your questions. Or should I read them?
Richie, if I may suggest, this is Akhil. You can go in sequence, and whoever is interested, right, while you call out, people can, if they're interested, they can speak up and come on video if they want.
Sure, I will have to do that only, looks like.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Right. So there is a question. I am a PRMX04 participant. Our course will complete on 31st August 23 officially. Some of the participants want to purchase policy. Please guide us for the same. Do we have Mohan here? Mohan? Mohan?
Yeah.
So this is from a PRMX04 participant.
Uh-huh.
Their course gets completed on 31st August
Mhm.
officially, and some participants want to purchase the policy.
Uh-huh.
What is our
They're completed or completing.
no, they will be completing on 31st August.
Uh-huh. So see, so hi, good evening to all of you. Thank you for coming. So what we did when we amended the bylaws, we have the drafting committee. We have included students as associate members. And we have not given any classification for what a member is as far as the group is concerned. And since everybody is actually an associate member or a member or a honorary member or whatever, we have an insurable right on them. And therefore, I think we should be able to include them here.
Okay, so for that we'll have to okay, we'll figure out the modalities. I'll discuss with you. Okay. The next question is Dharma covered in this policy? Is Dharma covered in this policy?
What's that?
Derma, I think it's about the skin, dermatologist.
I don't know. I have no idea.
So
Are
I
you
believe it's hospitalization, no? So if it's not hospitalization, it's not covered.
Yeah, we're not clear about the question.
Okay.
Clear about the question, yeah.
Yogendra, are you here with us? Yogendra? Yogendra, can you please explain your
I just
question?
wanted to understand regarding this derma treatment. I mean, skincare and this hair and skin treatment.
Yeah, so
It
like I
is
said, yeah, then what I said makes sense. See, generally, this policy is for hospitalization, derma and hair care, and there are a lot of other cosmetic treatments, growing hair and all that and all that. They may not be covered in this policy. Yes, Sanjeev sir. Yes, Sanjeev sir, you may please share your question. Sanjeev Gupta. Yes.
Yeah, so I am Sanjeev Gupta, as you rightly said, PRM 8789. I want to ask, I have a policy which is about 7-8 years old for 10 lakhs. Now I have not claimed it, so I can claim 13-14 lakhs. I bought it last time. So I am, as a, you are a group of friends, so I'm just asking you, should I take another 5 lakh policy? I am very happy to be part of the group and take it, but I am just asking that question as from a group of friends. I already have an insurance of 13 lakhs or something, because 10 lakhs is my policy and I have no claim bonuses there. So I still want to take it for myself. I think I'll take it. Then my mother is under DGHS, Delhi Government Health Services. I bought it last time for her also, just as a safety for me, in the sense I can go to any hospital, because Delhi government doesn't cover anyone and it is unlimited. It can go any, some of the key big hospitals are also covered. But I still bought it for her. That costed about 20,000, I think. So mine was about 5. And so I think I'll take for me. So I'm in two minds. I don't know what advice to take. Just to be part of this August group, I'll buy it only. But I just wanted to thought that somebody can advise me.
Sanjeev, oh, Hitesh over here. I feel that you must go ahead for that. Our personal experience in that time of urgency or exigency, the cost of hospitalization and recovery is very, very high.
Yes.
This is something like earlier we used to think 5 to 10 lakhs is okay, but nowadays the cost goes beyond that.
Okay, I agree with you. So I will take it for my mother.
And for your mother as well, like I think this is one of the policy where we are giving the opportunity for the PD people as well up to the age of 80 to join.
Right.
So that sort of facility you will not get in any other place unless she's a government employee and she will keep on going over there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah, so my father was a government employee, so she gets it because of my father is no more, so she will get all that. But I just thought there are certain hospital where the claim is not there. Certain very good hospitals are covered in Delhi, so that is fine. So I just wanted to,
Sanjeev, is a small premium to get over the worries in the future.
And I think the claim process is very easy, because
very
it's group
easy.
process.
It's very easy. Very easy.
Okay. So if I convert this as a generic question, Sanjeevji, if I convert this as a generic question, you see the advantage for everyone is that if like I am, pretty advanced in age, first batch, and many parents would be pretty advanced in age. So once you enter, if you're below 81, up to 80, you enter, then it's a lifelong cover thereafter. So you keep there are two things we have to the community has to ensure. The community has to ensure that the group, IAA group policy gets subscribed and continues. So long as there is a continuity of the policy, so long as without a break we continue, somebody who reaches 90, 95, 98, 100, the policy gets keeps covering it. So that's something which we really, really need to bear in mind. The second thing everybody need to bear in mind is that it's extremely difficult to get not only the kind of rates for a policy for the elders, but the terms of policy, in the sense that you would find most of the people might have some kind of a hypertension or some variation sometime, what might have happened, or they will ask you for a treadmill test and they would not allow you. I know this, there's a trick which they do, 7 minutes of treadmill is required, and the guy sitting there will not allow you to complete 7 minutes. They will say 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes. Oh, no, we can't take the risk, and stop it. And that will go against you, and the policy will not get issued. So this is a game which they play. All of this gets waived in this. So I would strongly request. I'm not making a proposition. My personally, even though the IAA is doing a lot of pushing, personally, at a personal level, I think it's a community responsibility. It's an individual decision to take. And if we make the mark of 1650, we go ahead. If we don't, we don't. That's a different issue. But when we get into this, I think all of you should generically factor these things. It's a great thing for people to give because for their parents. I also urge, and I've been keeping on telling Richie, Arshan, and all of them that they should encourage the ladies to take, because many, given the Indian context, gender, everything fine. Generally, what happens, the men would always cover their parents if they have a corporate cover, allowing for the parents to be covered. Many times it is the mother-in-law, who missed out. And here in our case, the girl alumni have got a fantastic opportunity to cover their parents. And I think we should completely exploit to the hilt. It's a wonderful policy. 20% hike, some people have some concerns, but with a kind of thing, it's very difficult. I keep telling all of you, you should listen to me this. The IAA today is actually, suffering the backlash of a base effect. We kind of negotiated it so much last year that we ended up getting the best possible rates. And then the settlements have been more than the premium, 1.8, one of the settlement the premium, and it's now 1.82, including some disputes which we are trying to sort out. Not disputes, some repudiations we have asked them to reopen and all that. So we keep kind of following up. Yeah, I'm sorry I took more time than you gave me, Richie. Thank you.
Thank you, CP.
Okay. All right. So, Sanjeev sir, should I move further?
Just one more question. It is mentioned in the note, you have 1600 policies minimum you should have, right? What does it mean?
1650.
Yeah, if we don't get it, what happens? We don't get the others will not get it. That's a very tough number to get, yeah. It's a very large number.
It's not tough. Last year we did 1302, and we have so many more people. We only ask for 350 more.
I know. It's a big number, but you have a big responsibility. I know it's a bit of a, because
it's not our responsibility. It's every Yearman alumni's responsibility.
I know. I'm just not your responsibility. I mean, I said this in the way, assuming that 1,000 people apply for it and many others don't, then they won't get it. That is the pressure you guys have, or I'm saying all of us have.
Sir, if I may add just one point. I think this is a wonderful initiative by IAA, and hats off to this executive team to put this together, because I'm based out of Canada right now. I took this policy last time. I'm really thankful that this initiative has been taken, and I want to say it's aggressive, but the way CP Mohan sir, you're driving it, the team is driving. I think even if we contribute along with it a bit, we'll make it happen. So I know it's aggressive, but it's doable. Yeah.
No, I completely agree with you, Akhil. Yeah, I think
I understand the concern. 1 minute. You see, certain aspects of managing it, working around the administrative parts, you leave it to us. For the time being, you leave it to us. I mean, I may be taking more than what I can chew, but since you allowed us to kind of get into the committee and do things for a couple of years, let me do this, let my team do it. But you kindly cooperate, give the best shot all of you can, and I'm sure we'll find ways around things. Don't worry. That's my personal belief, and so long as we believe, we will keep saying that till we fail.
One quick clarification, CP more. If I and my mother do it, you will count it as 2 people or as 1 member? How does it work?
No. It's actually actually like this. It's like this. I'll convert this as generic question. It's like this. The alumni association has got an insurable interest in its member, and then and their family. So it is necessary for the member to be part of the insured cohort.
Right.
And the defined family can also come along with that. So it will be
Right.
two people, but the premium is actually a kind of an averaging of different cohorts. As you can see, that it's a premium structure which has got it. So there are times when you have one parent and two parents with the price is the same. So there is a little bit of an averaging that takes place. Having said that, it's actually two people getting 5 lakh. So if it is six people has 5 lakh. It's not 5 into 6, 30 lakhs. It is not 30 lakhs. It is 5 lakhs. It's a floater policy. Typically, the average hospitalization cost is around 1.5 lakh rupee. 2 to 3, 4 days. Many times 24-hour treatments are there. But if we go to a major thing, that's why we're trying for a top up. We are even trying with United India to give us a top up so that it will be seamless. We already have got a top up, a pretty good quote on a top up from another insurer. We are still exploring. Even that top up is pretty good. It's on the exact same terms as the base policy, which means that up to 80 years there are entry and stuff like that. We will come to it, but then make this a success, because we have very limited bandwidth. You should understand that all of us work. Even at this age, I keep working. So yeah, thank you.
How old are you, CP?
You're
वो
asking.
सवाल तो पूछने का नहीं है.
You're asking a state secret. I won't reveal.
Come on. I can
Let's
guess.
move
You
now.
will be minimum. You will be minimum. You look.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
energy.
This meeting is not for
Let's move now.
defining.
Sanjeev, we can
Yeah,
discuss
I'm
it
taking the
separately.
next question
Okay,
now,
okay.
Sanjeev sir. All
Sorry.
right.
I'll stop now.
Okay.
Please.
So there is the next question, which says, can we exclude a member from the policy 1 year and add again later in few years? Let's say if it is needed, is there such a provision?
Can I take it? With great difficulty, we could get them to open this policy for people who did not get last year, who did not take last year. And we also have got an agreement verbally, we've talked to them and allowed them, they have allowed us to go ahead and offer this policy for parents or dependents whom they did not add last year. For example, somebody, like you were saying, somebody might have thought, I will support the community and I will take one policy for myself, 6,000, 5,000 odd rupee. But now they feel that, it's so good for the parents and stuff like that, so you want to take it. They were not allowing that. If you read the fine print in the policy which is circulated, you will find that you can't do that. But that is allowed now, since fresh additions are done. Along with that, addition to the segment which you opted for last year also can change. So this kind of a deletion inclusion may not be a possibility. I think we better be wary about it, And it's honestly speaking, it's the cheapest policy you can get.
Right. So Akhil, that clarifies, right? I'll move to the next question.
Yeah.
I have another ongoing health policy for which I paid premium in the month of March. So can I join in March 24? So I think I read through the salient features and it clearly says that addition and deletion of members in between may not be possible. So that is what it is. Do you all, Mohan or Hitesh, you want to add something to this one?
What's the question that in March policy is expiring?
March
And
24. So he wants to join at that time. So why did you pay in March 23? Well, you should have waited for this policy to come, not in August.
So, so the point is, if we are continuing with United, we at this point we really do not know whether they will allow the same facility they gave us this year of allowing people who did not opt again next year. We have negotiated that this year. I'm not too sure whether they will allow. If they allow, you can enter in the month of August. You cannot enter in the month of March because you already are an alumni. If a student was converted into an alum, we are allowing even student as because of the associate membership which I spoke. If they really want to come, I don't think we will we'll take a view on that. We will see.
All right. Next question is, my mother is suffering from lung cancer. Will she be covered?
Absolutely, yes. As we said, there are no pre-existing diseases are allowed. So irrespective of the kind of disease that you have, unfortunately, my sincere, Godspeed to your mother. I hope she gets the best of everything. I hope she gets well. She's not in pain. Having said that, nothing is excluded. So if you have any kind of a heart problem or something which is of this nature, somebody having some kind of urinary issues or anything, even internal congenital diseases are included. The term is internal congenital. Yeah. So everything is included. That's why I keep it's one of the really best. It's not because we negotiated it, but if you go into it with a fine tooth, you will find it's one of the best.
Right.
One more question with that.
Yes.
She is suffering from this lung cancer, so her treatment is already going on. So it will be covered only if she get admitted, or
Yes.
other treatment like chemotherapy and all this can be covered.
We will take this as a there is a provision for domiciliary. Depending on the kind of medical advices that they are. So, it's a very sensitive thing. I do not want to get into details. I think we should do a 101 on this.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So I'll take the next one. Pankaj, if you want to speak to Mohan, please ping me. I'll share his number. If you have his number, please reach out to him.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Next question is, if we are opting non-cashless, if hospital doesn't have cashless mode, for intimation about the claim and for file submission, is there a point of contact from insurance company or Alive for direct contact? So there is a point of contact who can support us from the Alive team, definitely. Let's say we are doing a non-cashless, please remember that we have to intimate and send all the documents within 15 days of discharge from the hospital. So please remember to do that, and there is a process which is already given in a flowchart format. It is available on our website. You can go through those documents, and the entire process is mentioned. Okay. The next question is, does the insurance also cover IOL, intraocular lens surgery, if one has to undergo in future? Mohan, you will have to take that one.
Yeah, it's actually, if you mean when these terms come in, one has to be wary. But typically, an IOL is part of the cataract surgery. It is actually a simultaneous implant as you remove the cataract, and if that is what you mean, that is definitely but to a financial ceiling of 30,000 rupees per eye.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
The next question is, what if someone wants to increase the policy cover through top up or other options available? So I have mentioned that IAA is working on the top up, and we will try to bring it to you very soon. But in case you want it right away, you can reach out to people, to insurance companies, and you can take them on your own as well. The next question is, how many have taken till date? Okay, Rahul, yes, I know you are. So right now the number stands as of this
It was
moment, it is at
350. It was 350 last.
351. And what I'll do is I'll share a live tracker with you, Rahul, so you don't have to ask all the time. You can have a look at it on your own also. I'll send it across to you. All right. The next question is, I already have a chronic illness and doctors asked me to go for operation, which I am delaying by opting other medical options such as Ayurveda. Will this policy provide cover if I will have to go for operation in the near future? So, Preeti, we had a discussion, and just a couple of moments back, Mohan did clarify that it does not matter whether you have a pre-existing condition. Everything is covered, and it will be taken care of.
What's the question? I'm sorry. Are you on Ayurveda?
Yeah. No. So actually, she has a illness, chronic illness on something related to thyroid, and she has something which.
Is she asking about Ayurveda cover or the?
No, she's not asking. She's saying she's delaying this operation by taking alternative therapies. If it becomes okay, fine. But if it does not become okay and she is forced to undergo under the kind of scissor, then will it be covered?
So again, converting it into generic Ayush, everything under Ayush is not covered. Not covered. Ayush is excluded in this thing. And any existing disease, irrespective of how chronic it is. I told you, that's why I brought the point that even internal congenital illness is covered from birth. So it's all covered. Don't worry about it. In case you have any issues as you enter, you decide on an intervention, please reach out to Alive. They would guide you through and through. But Godspeed to you. I hope everything goes well for you, Preeti, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so Mohan, one more thing. Like there is a mention of a waiting period of around 24 months for some benign tumor. So is it like if I will be taking the policy now, then I will have to like
Where did you
wait
read
for
this?
24 months before going for the before going for any kind of hello?
Where did you read this? 24 months.
I think it was in some of the policy paper which was available on the website. That's why I meant. I mean, that's why. I mean, I got this confusion.
So the conditions on the first page overrides. See, what you find is, I forgot its name, some something medical policy, which is actually the standard policy. And then is they give you exceptions on it. So, but wherever exceptions are mentioned, those standard policies do not apply. And all the exclusions which are given or the waiting periods that are given are excluded, very, very specifically. So none of that. Don't worry about all that. When I'm trying to tell you that there are no waiting period, pre-existing diseases are included, that's it. There are no exclusions. Don't worry about it.
Great. Thank you. Thanks, Mohan. Thank you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So I have exhausted the written questions. If there are any further questions anyone would like to ask, please do raise your hand.
Yeah. Good evening. I would like to ask two questions. With regard to some neuro conditions like psychiatric issues, if it is also covered, if somebody is forced to get admitted, if it is covered.
Give me a second. I have to pull this out. I should have got it. Is there any other question? Give me a minute.
This is regarding another. See, while opting for renewal, we are in prompt we get go for top up like silver, gold, and gold plus. With some additional payments. So one of my batchmate asked me, shall he go for gold plus? I said, give me some time, I will get back to you. I just wanted to know what does this mean by gold plus, gold and silver by paying some 16 odd hundred rupees.
The issues. One is like this gold, silver, and copper. These are the services offered by the Alive. Okay, about they give some additional services. You were asking about the neuro thing. About that same.
Regarding this
neuro-
one first, so it says doctor, homeopath, Ayurveda, entire year round. So this
They
will
are
be
just helping you to
over and
get in
above
touch.
like this policy.
Please take some time to read what is written there as well. I hope you don't mind that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, now regarding this neurological issues.
Oh, we will come back to you. We are just trying to read because we recall there was something written, and I am also not very sure. Mohan is trying his best to read it fast.
Clarification, Hitesh.
Yeah.
We clarification and come back on this.
Yeah. We'll certainly come back. You can note down our numbers and you can reach us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Can you note this down?
This is being recorded.
Okay. But yet, yeah.
Right, but Mohit, it will be very helpful if you can drop me a message on this one. I will take it up and revert to you, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. Any other question do we have? So if you all don't have a question, I would like to ask a question. What is the response of the policy in your batch? What is it like? Because we are getting, I mean, up till now, we have 3 days passed and we have done 351 renewals. So we do not know what your thoughts are about the policy. Would you all like to share?
We'd like to ask the participants one by one, if they can.
Hitesh, you can ask, let everybody, let them give us a minute each, half a minute each of their time. Anybody can start.
Akhil, can you put your camera on and share with us?
Yes,
okay, you
yes.
already shared.
Okay, so I'm based out of Montreal, Canada, and I noticed that we have a WhatsApp group, and therein this policy details are shared. So, and Anandita, who's one of our alumni members, she's also shared. So we are trying to see that how we can get more response. And just today itself, I saw that there was a communication update that NRIs are also can enroll or can cover them, provided you have Aadhaar card or some Indian government ID proof,
KYC.
right? Yes, KYC. So I, to be honest, I'm not very closely connected with my batch. I am representing PRM 34. However, if this is an opportunity, I need to I need to be in touch. So I'll check at my batch level also. But from Canada's standpoint, I'll try to spread the message at least from there.
Okay. Who's the next one in the queue? Malik? Malik?
Yes,
Hello.
Malik sir.
Yeah. Yeah, sir, I think it's a good policy. I think it's a very good initiative. And
I'll
I
request
have
if you
enrolled
can tell
last
the
year.
batch number as well, please.
Batch number is PRM 11.
Okay.
Rahul Saxena batch, Jugal Arora Rahul Saxena, if you have heard
It's
about
okay. Just for our sake, like, because we don't know, ma'am.
them. Oh, okay.
We are
Okay,
oldies of
fine.
the gang now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's a good, very good initiative. And I think if you're making aggregate, actually, whoever requires this, actually, he or she gets the benefit, or his or her family members get it. Uh, God save all of us. So I'm just taking policy because it is a kind of community kind of activity, and whoever requires will be able to use it. That's all.
Okay. Shefali, what is your batch saying? You have to be on the other side as well, like Shefali. Shefali, are you around? I think she's logged in and gone. Looks like. Suresh. Suresh, are you there?
Hitesh, let me come in.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, Suresh has come.
Yeah, carry on, anyone.
I have
No,
a
no, I think
question that I would like to, if
Somebody
somebody
was
is not,
speaking. No?
yeah.
no, I think
Mohit?
it's a great. First of all, I think I want to congratulate you all. This is a great scheme. I think it is one unifying force across batches. More than anything, it's the most active activity. I wish. Well, I will try to push it in my group also. Frankly, I didn't. Last time Ganesh Prabhu was doing it, so I will ask informally other people who can do this in the group. But I think it's a great work. It's a lot of effort I can see, and of course, it's very very helpful because it's a group policy, so one will get easy claim, and I assume. So I think it will be an easier process. Plus, it's a group activity. So I think all kudos to you. I'm very happy for this actually. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjeev sir.
Thank you, Sanjeev.
Mohan, I have another question from one of the groups. Someone has asked why the restrictions of taking only self for married people. My kids and wife are out of country. Why I can't take self for this year? Last year I took for whole family. So he's saying that last year I had taken for my entire family, but this year my family is out of the country. So why am I required to buy for my spouse also?
It'll be low cost, and in case the family comes back later on, they'll be allowed to join. If we drops the family now, and if they decide to come back, it'll be very difficult for them to join and avail the benefits.
In the next year also,
It's very
because
low
this
cost.
year, yeah, this year we got them added, but next year we may not be able to
Unless
get
he's
that
also
kind.
planning to move out with them.
Essentially, it's wording of it, but actually what it means is that if you take, they are not going to come and check whether you're married or otherwise. But if you want after 6 months they come back or next year you want to add, they may not allow. But there again, what happens is, suppose this year, next year, some other policy comes in, and we may renegotiate everything. It might start afresh. So that's a call they can take individually. It's fine.
Okay.
Are there any further questions? Preeti, how is your batch responding to the policy?
Which batch is Preeti?
39.
I think document got shared, but not very much activities being seen on the group.
Which is the batch you said, Ruchi?
39.
We are in 39.
Preeti, how do we increase attraction? It's very beneficial for the young batches actually.
Yeah,
Originally the plan was for the young batches.
Yeah, actually, I can realize the importance because I'm too going through something of that similar kind of phase where I need the good medical insurance. So I do understand this is a very important thing. I think it's more and more promotion. That's what the only thing which I can say right now to increase the traction.
Preeti, can I ask, like, I mean, amongst your batchmates and friends, like, what kind of discussion is happening about the policy? Like, what do they say? Why they don't want it, or
So for initially in the last year they were discussing about the policy, but in like for this year there is no discussion is I mean which is happening in the group. I mean there is no discussion at all.
This is 39, no? 39?
39, yeah, yes sir, 39.
233 members, but there are only 42 last year. I don't know. This year would be even much less, I think. I mean, anyway, there hardly anybody who has signed up.
Yeah, because there is no discussion and no talks of this is happening.
So that means we are not reaching them, right? What's the best way to reach people? 39
But
batch.
Mohan, yesterday night I had reached out to PRM 39, PRM 40, PRM 41, and 42. Lot of people from these batches requesting them to join today's meeting. And I'm very surprised to see that actually none from these batches joined.
It doesn't work for that. No, see, we need to, yeah, these are batches we need to really work on: 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Right now, there is somebody of 38 batch, I mean, now there's a question which has come to me, whether he's already comatose in a hospital, and since there are waivers pre-existing, etc., whether he can be insured and whether he can claim this. These are all individual questions we need to take up. Yeah, it's up to, we need to talk to them. We need to find Manoj. This is something which we need to strategize. Shefali was here. She's gone, I think. Yeah.
My Kumar Anshul has given a good idea. He's saying that we spoke about IAA reps joining the batch WhatsApp group for 1 to 2 days, answer insurance related queries, and exit. It may help. It may be helpful in building tractions. So he's suggesting a way that if one of us join, a batch WhatsApp group for some time, a day or two, and
So this has to be strategy. This has to made to happen. As I keep telling, nothing happens. Everything is made to happen. So for example, I got for 2-3 days. I had got into the FPRM group. I asked them, and they were kind enough to introduce me there. So what I did was I sent all these communication to that small group of 33. Gave them the form. In their group, I gave them the form for becoming a member. There's 7 of them are already members. Maybe a few more will come. So somebody, one of us may have to take that initiative of, writing to them and asking us to be included, and then actively getting onto a web and all. 39 batch, for example, Preeti's batch, if I remember right, that was the first COVID year batch. We had that rural, in Irma rural going, right? The rural post, and people had come. They were cooperating. We will have to find a way.
So what I request is that I think we have exhausted our questions for today. So let's take a break for now.
A few things I would like, yeah.
Yes, Mohit.
One memo, and Akhil Mahajan is asking 34 batch. We really can't tell you about this year because there is hardly anything to say. But as far as previous year is concerned, out of 157 of you, only 42 took the policy. So a huge gap there. There's a gap everywhere. So if all of you, it's your policy, and at the end of the day, if you can't renew next year, if you can't renew this year, well, that's a community decision.
Mohit, you are asking something. Please ask your question.
I am from PRM 28. Last year, around 58 of our batchmates had opted. I have been after them since last 3 days since this was launched. This morning, I came to know I'm a bit apprehensive that I believe the number would go down this year because I'm told that let people decide on the basis of the experience that they have had in last 1 year. So I don't know how to now go about doing this. Uh, Increase the participation from the batch. One suggestion would be if somebody, if we get who all have already taken, so that one or two people can reach out to them personally and see. Otherwise, see, this is how we achieved the number is last year. This year, if it is permissible to share the list of those who have already taken or those who are left out, so that people can reach out to them. Only then we can have the numbers. Very difficult because this morning I did try in the group.
What is the saying? They're saying it's not required, or is it costly, or what is it?
No, they simply say that based on the 1 year last year, they said told me last year you pursued so many people, you were after us, so let us decide this year on our own. So no such persuasion is required this year. So since then I have taken a little back seat and thought, so I'll discuss this with you people, and then
Yeah, I think
So,
if
Mohit, you had asked me a question in the morning, I think, through WhatsApp message.
yeah.
Yeah, and the question was related with this, what is this copper, silver, and gold kind of a scheme?
That's discuss. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So I would like Mohan sir to respond to you.
what? I'm so sorry. I was looking at Rahul's question here. Once again, sorry. Yeah.
Mohan, on these alive packages of copper, silver, and gold, that's the question.
Asking that, but most of the people have left. You see, the Alive is actually a platform which allows us to aggregate the premium. Okay. Because we cannot do it otherwise. We can't do it in our accounts also. I have, the IAA has actually circulated a pretty good, decent note on that. Now, what they do, they are actually a health service platform, and they offer different kinds of services. Now, what we have opted for is the minimum. The 100 rupee plus 18% is the minimum, so that we can avail of their service as far as the aggregation. None of the health services we have taken from them. We have taken them only the service of helping us with the insurance acquiring process and the follow-up process. If there is a claim, they will help you in they will even help you in claiming the reimbursement and all of that. But that is a copper is the lowest, and that is what we have agreed with them, that in any case a minimum of 100 rupee will be, therefore that is triggered as a compulsory charge, because IAA has signed a 3-year agreement with them. I'm not sure 2 years or 3 year, I think 3 year. So they will keep charging the 100 rupee. But Manlo, you want to have some welfare, wellness program, you want to attend to the videos, you want to attend a yoga class or whatever. It's up to you to decide how much you have to take, Like, you can take a silver, which is around, I think, 500 rupee. You can take a gold, which is, I think, 999 or something. Yeah. So they have telemedicine, you have all kinds of things.
One last question. One last question regarding, see, my wife has been admitted in a non-cashless hospital in Patna since Saturday, at the Paras hospital. So being on the safer side, I had finally gone with my employer's insurance. Initially I thought of availing this, but the hospital is not on the network list, cashless list. So in that case, what kind of difficulty we can face in reimbursement of
what kind of help you can take, you mean?
yeah, what if I had gone for to reimburse the treatment cost? So I am told that they might ask a few so many questions, so many bills and all that. So I thought better to go with my employers, and make it cashless then and there.
So Ruchi is the no, she's gone.
I'm here, Mohan. Tell me.
What's the question? Can you once?
Yeah, Mohit, can you please paraphrase
So
your question once
no,
for
I
us?
think basically he's asking if instead of going for cashless, if he goes to bill the expenses, then
Yeah.
will it be settled? What process he will have to follow to get it settled? Right, Mohit?
You were asking. Okay, we were on Alive, so I got a little, sideways on that. Yeah, they can take it. People may not be interested, but it's very simple process. As for all first of all, please go to you have already given to the insurance desk. So when your wife is discharged, ensure that along with the discharge summary, all original bills are connected. Every single original bill should be collected, and every single bill should have a medical prescription on it with a seal of the doctor. This is a must. You cannot say that it was done at the hospital and there was no prescription. You should ensure that every diagnostic which was done, every medicine that was given, there is a hospital slip and a seal of the hospital on it. There will be a reimbursement form which you can access for the particular insurer that you have or the TPA who handles it. That form will have to be filled up properly and sealed and signed by the attending doctor, and with the seal of the hospital where you do that. Ensure that the date of admission and the date of discharge are very clearly indicated. It should ensure that it will be more than 24 hours, even 5 minutes, 10 minutes less than 24 hours will make it invalid for a claim.
Yeah, I spoke to even this Paramount people. They advised me that you submit all the bills and then claim the reimbursements.
Yeah. When you claim, you have to do this. But Paramount is a TPA for that policy.
I believe Paramount is the TPA, no? For our policy, IRMA.
Our policy, Paramount is a TPA, but if it is, you have opted for some other policy, we wouldn't know that.
No, that is there. I have opted for my cashless employer policy. So that is done as of now. That will be taken care of by my employer policy. I just wanted to, acquaint myself with the process. In Patna, not many hospitals are on the network list actually. Those so-called big hospitals like Paras is not on the cashless list of our policy.
No issues. But in fact, if you go to our website, my request is everybody please bring traffic to the website. There is actually a sheet of paper which of Alive which gives you the 1, 2, 3, 4 steps of reimbursement. Please look at that.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
So are we done here?
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So I think I'd
has gone away, but since we have Archana, Manoj, you and me, shall we? If we're closing, we can stay back.
Yeah, we'll stay back. Thank you everyone for joining this meeting, and we would definitely plan out our further steps and keep you posted on all the updates. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a fast, easy, and
Rahul says we should reach out to the previous people. Yeah. That's being done. That's being done.
Thank you very much for
Alright.
this session. I'll try from my side to reach out to my batch.
Yeah. If we get one ambassador, 2 ambassadors in every batch, we will make it. Why we should not?
Yeah.
It's it's really, really useful. I mean, you can read, experience means you don't do a crash test on your own car.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think we understand. It's just that we need to do our bit, right, to raise awareness that guys do that. So I'm part of this policy, but I think, as you said, right, it's on to us also to spread the word. So I'll do
Yeah.
what I can. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
So
I will stop the recording. Give me a moment, please.